Hi guys, it's Henry here from the East Cliff Therapy Centre. Now recently I've shown you some high intensity based home workouts which haven't been appropriate for everyone. So today I'm going to show you a much easier workout routine which is great for boosting your cardiovascular fitness and your strength training. Hopefully you get a bit of inspiration from this video and it will encourage you to be a bit more active and mobile throughout the day. But if you have any concerns, as always, you can contact us directly and we'll get back to you with a more individualized workout routine. So if you're as fortunate as me to have a little bit of garden space, we can utilize this to get in a nice warm up. So all I'm going to suggest to start is just to do a couple of lengths for your garden, depending on the length obviously, just adding in some nice gentle arm movements to encourage the movement of our lower back. Okay? Okay, and then once that's done, what I'm going to suggest is we start moving on to some gentle knee taps. Now with this and every exercise, I don't want you to try and push into pain. Those of you who suffer from low back problems, just take the movements nice and gently, make sure you're not holding your breath throughout the movement, and try and gradually get a little bit further as you perform each knee tap. So we're just trying to get a little bend from our low back and rotation to the opposite side. Perfect. So when we've done 5 of those, trying to get a little bit further each time if we're able to. Then we can go on and try and do a couple more lengths. Okay, good. And then once we come back again, our heart rate should be starting to pick up now. All I want you to do is reach up and across to the opposite side. Reach into the sky. This is great for getting some extension from your lower back and also rotation. Because the last thing we want to do is let that lower back stiffen up. We want to remain active and mobile even throughout this period of lockdown. So same again, we can try and do 10 reaches each side. Okay, and then we can go back and do another couple of lengths. Alright, good. And then another great exercise we can do is just standing back, feet about shoulder width apart, is a mini squat. And all I want you to do is to stick your hips back and gently bend your knees to a comfortable height and then drive back up. Trying to do 10 of these if we're able. These are great for strengthening your legs, which carry you around all day, so we need them nice and strong. So up and back down, and back down, up, back down. As you get more confident with this movement, you can go a little bit lower, but all we're trying to do is just warm up those legs, get those muscles working. Good. And then once that's done, then we can do another couple of lengths as well. So with all these exercises, no matter lengths, you can change it to your individual needs. It's just give that a try, warm yourself up, get that back moving and get those muscles working. Alright guys, so another great way to keep yourself strong when in this period of lockdown and to look after your legs is to perform the sit to stand. Okay, so all you're going to need here is a chair. You might do this every time you pass it. You might try and do as many as you can in the morning, lunch and in the evening before your meal. Whatever works for you. You might even set yourself a weekly goal and then see if you can beat it the following week. Whatever you try, just try and progressively do a little bit more and you'll see the benefits. So all you're going to do here is feet about shoulder width apart, and all I want you to do is to have a lean forward and try and stand up nice and tall. And then nice and slowly lower yourself back down. Okay? So what I'd suggest to do to start with, see how many of those you can do comfortably. I don't want any shaking, I want you to be nice, slow and controlled, standing up. You'll know, and then lower yourself down nice and slowly. For a lot of you, you might find that really, really challenging, and that's mainly because you've been using your arms for so long to push yourself up. So if that's the case, we obviously need to work on it a little bit. If you can only do, say, 2, 3, don't fret. Go back 1 and 2 and keep practicing it. Build it up gradually. Before you know it, you will be able to do loads without any problems whatsoever. So, if that's not challenging enough, then what you can do is you can do the same again. Lean forward, stand up. Now slowly lower yourself down, but instead of sitting down, I want you to drive back up again, okay? So all I'm doing is I'm tapping my bottom on the chair and driving back up. Now why is this more challenging? Because I'm not giving myself and my muscles this rest period here at the bottom. So you will find it a lot more challenging, and don't worry if that's too challenging for you yet. The only thing I care about is your safety. So try and take your time with this, start at a comfortable level, build up your confidence, and then as your confidence grows, you can progress on to the next exercise. Now, if some of you are suffering from low back pain, at the moment you might find that leaning forward is quite painful, and you actually find the arms of the chair do help to sort of not flare up your pain. So what we can do instead is we can still strengthen our legs just as well using, say, a kitchen worktop. So all I'd want you to do is make sure you've got somewhere safe and stable to hold on to you, and even have someone around if you don't feel confident enough. But for now, I'm going to show you it with the chair just so you can see on the video. So what we're doing is the same as previously. We're going to be working on the squat, but we're basically starting from the top instead of the bottom. So all we're going to do is then hands, make sure it's nice and secure. I know my chair isn't, but this is for demonstration purposes. And all I want you to do is to sit your hips back a little bit and try and bend your knees a little bit. And then you'll notice that there is a lot less bend in my torso here. So hopefully this will allow you to perform the exercises without flaring up your low back. Okay. So same again. Take your time lowering yourself down. Nice and comfortable height, and as you get more confident you can get lower and lower and lower. If you find that's easy, then you can even lower yourself down, add in a little hold, really get those quads working, and then drive yourself back up. Now, another great set of exercises you can perform to keep yourself nice and active are just standing with your arms supported. So exercises to strengthen the muscles of your hip. Okay. So all you can do is you can just stand in nice and tall, is bring one leg out to the side and slowly back down. Trying to do 10 on each side if you can. Now if you find this too easy, what you can do is you can add a hold at the end, or you can even not touch the foot to the floor when coming back. Same again, with these exercises, I don't want you leaning across like this. I want all the movement to come from this hip joint here, okay? So we're just bringing the hip straight out like this to a comfortable height. You'll notice that if I bring it too far, then I start to lean. So we're just trying to strengthen the hip, we're not working on movement of the lower back here. So from that one, the next one you can do is bring the legs straight back. Same again, no leaning forward of the torso, just bring that leg back, try and squeeze your buttock muscles, your glutes, and then bring it slowly back in. Same again, try and perform 10 on each side. It's really important to perform on each side because we're trying to get nice balance, and also when you're just standing on that leg, all the muscles are working as well, so it's really good for strengthening it up and building your confidence up. Okay, so another great one is just bringing the knee forward and slowly back down. So you could maybe try and do every couple of hours, you could do 10 out to the side, 10 straight behind, and 10 straight up. We can even send you some more information on these exercises as well if you contact one of us if you're having any problems or would just like it by email or paper just to make it more clear. Okay, so there we have it. There's the sit to stands, or you could do the supported squat. You can do bringing your hip out to the side, hip forward or hip back. Okay, there's loads of ways you can maybe every 3 times a day perform 10 of each, or maybe every hour, whatever you can fit in. Set yourself a goal, give it a go, and I promise you over time you'll start to feel stronger and more confident on your feet. Okay, so another great way to remain strong and active at home is to use your stairs. Now this might be something a lot of you already struggle with and you might need support, and that's fine. We can work on building up your confidence and your strength, so perhaps by the end of the lockdown it's no longer a problem and you're much more confident. So what we could just start with is you might hold on to the banister, railing, whatever you need for support, and perhaps put your lead leg on the top step and just work on stepping onto the first step and slowly back down. And keep practicing that. Maybe do it 5 times on the right leg, then 5 times on the left leg. Just trying to see. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. You could do 10 on each leg if you feel able. You may find that's way too much and maybe just 3's enough, and then you need to sit down and have a rest. Whatever you can fit into your routine, just try and progressively keep practicing and making it slightly harder for yourself as you feel able. Now, it might be that you do a minute just marching onto the step. Maybe do that a couple of times a day. Really great for building up your heart rate. And as well as that, you might even find a minute's too much, you might do 20 seconds or so forth. Or it might just be that you go up and down the stairs an extra time a day to make sure you know you're doing the best to maintain your health. But if you find one step too easy, another great way of making it a little bit more hard for yourself is just to put your lead foot up. You've got the support there if you need it, safety first, and it's to lift up the toes of the back leg, because what you'll find is that you support on the back leg a lot more to push off than you experience. So this is great for building up the strength of the front leg. So all I'm doing is going back down and driving back up. So then what you do is you swap legs, as with all the exercises, pointing the back toes up, drive up. Now, remember, if you don't feel confident on the stairs on your own, either perform some of the kitchen-based exercises or have someone there to support you if needed. But otherwise, give that a try. You can, like I said, you can add this and everything else into your routine, maybe once, maybe twice a day, whatever works for you, but you will see an improvement if you do things safely and correctly. Okay guys, so I've been going on an awful lot about strengthening our legs, but what about our upper body? So there's simple ways to strengthen your upper body, which you can either add in after a couple of lengths of the garden, or even if you don't have any garden space, you can do some marching on the spot for 30 seconds, and then add in the exercises in between. So a great way to start is just the wall press. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your hands shoulder width apart up against the wall. The closer you put your feet towards the wall, the easier it is, and then the further away, the harder it is. So take your time with the movement to start with, and all I want you to do is to allow a little bend in your elbows, slowly allow your chest to go up towards the wall and then drive away. Take your time with it at first if you've not performed it before. I don't want you to really try and get as close as you can. Take it nice and slowly, because obviously safety is the most important thing. Try and do 10 of those and see how you get on. If that's too easy for you, you might want to use an inclined surface like your stairs or your sofa to push up off, compared to a vertical surface. Okay, so now onto your shoulders. So a great way to just strengthen your shoulders is to perform what's called a lateral raise. So just to bring the arms straight out to the side as shown. Okay, so this is another great exercise to do in between our cardiovascular work. Another great one is just bringing the arms out right in front. So all we're doing here is strengthening these shoulder muscles, maintaining the strength in the joint. Good. And if that's too easy for you, what you can do is, if you've got any water bottles lying around at home, you can just use them as weights. So I've got two 2-litre bottles, which is around 2 kilograms each. So all I'm going to do is just gently bring the arms out to the side like this and slowly lower down. So already I can feel a lot better burn in the muscles, and that's a good burn. Good. Okay, and I'm just going to show you from this angle again, out to the side, slowly back down. Good. And then obviously then you can do the same going forward. Okay, so that's a great way to progress as you find the exercises get easier. Now, if those two are okay for you, what you can try and do is just hands around where your shoulders are and reach to the sky, driving them right up above your head. So I'll show you from this side, right up above your head. Try not too much to push forward, trying to get them as high as you can and slowly lower down. Pushing up and down. Good. Okay. So same again, if that's too easy, you can add a bit of weight for resistance. Okay. So now all I'm going to show you is another exercise which is great for strengthening the back of your shoulders. Okay. So all I want you to do is to basically standing up, to bend your hips a little bit, trying to keep your back nice and straight. So what you see here is I've just stuck my bottom back and my back's nice and straight. I'm not overly benched downwards or curved upwards. And all I want you to do is allow your hands to drop down and drive those elbows back up, trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top and back down. Okay, good. Good. That's it. Perfect. Okay. And then if that's easy enough for you, what you can try and do is drive them back up and rotate upwards. So, good. Good. And same as before, if that's easy, you can add a little bit of resistance to make it more challenging as you progress. Another great tool we have to try and make things a bit more challenging is a suitcase, and I'm sure a lot of you have one of these lying around at home. You can fill it up with books, water bottle, bags of rice, weights, whatever you have to make it more challenging. And all I want you to do is get in a similar position again, let it go down and drive it back up into your body, trying to squeeze those muscles of your back nice and tight at the top. Good. Trying to do around 10 of those, and after your cardiovascular work. So it might be that you do 2 lengths of the garden, then you do your rows, 2 lengths of the garden, you do some lateral raises out to the side, you do 2 lengths, and then 10 press-ups. Whatever works for you, give it a go and let us know how you get on. I hope that video has just given you a bit of inspiration on workout ideas you can do from the comfort of your own home. Just try and make it part of your daily routine, or if not daily, just give it a go, see how you feel. I promise you'll feel more energized and motivated to carry on and try and get the most out of this period of lockdown. So if you liked the video, please leave us a like, please subscribe, and otherwise stay safe.